All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Serious Angler Podcast, the first episode of 2024. And we are coming back for another season powered by our friends over at X2 Power Batteries. Pumped to have them aboard for yet another season. And I'm joined here again with the captain, Mr. Andy Full, with a studio in the making, which we'll get to here in a second. As always, I'm your host, Bailey Egbrett, and we have another host from the Serious Angler Network joined here tonight. And I guess, if you will, our first guest of 2024. Host of the Business from the Bass Boat.
Wow.
First guest. Mr. Adam Deacon, what's going on, dude?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you both. No, guys, it's I cannot believe it's got through holidays and all that. It was all good, but yeah, it's a new year. It's exciting. Time to break down tournaments and see how
you started it off right too.
We started off right.
No, you did with the big elk.
Oh, with the elk. Yeah, that was awesome, man. That was incredible. To
I was not sure where you were going with that, Andy.
Me too. I was like
big tournaments. What tournaments? Who fished a tournament?
Really trying. Yeah, man, I haven't.
I mean, you never know what's going on up there in the Pacific Northwest, though. So there could be derbies, and we don't know. He has.
It's the truth, man. What's crazy is the stuff stays open because everything's so deep. It's crazy to me. But they need to have
a few of those out here,
really
like glacial lakes.
Yeah, and I think that's the kicker is just if it's a deep body of water, those things just don't freeze. And there's a lot of rivers that have current here, and I mean up there too. Very similar.
Yeah. Well, it is a new year. We took the week off last week, so apologize for people that. We had a few DMs asking, hey, what the heck? They were a little like poking some fun at us for taking the week off, bunch of lazy bums. But literally, we've been trying to put out a podcast a week for the past few years all over the board. 3 of us grinding away, and it's we're back 2024 headstrong. And there's this past week, if you haven't yet, everywhere you get Serious Angler, check out the Business from the Bass Boat episode that Deacon did with Todd from Rec Lending, where they announced the winners of the $10,000 giveaway that the Business from the Bass Boat and Rec Lending did. Especially if you entered that and you haven't listened yet, you very well may be one of the winners. So you might want to go check on that.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. Yeah, if you haven't listened yet, definitely rip that podcast. We also get into the 2024 outlook, just bass boat market, all that fun stuff kind of rolling into 2024.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty exciting. There's still some things in the works, being that 2024 is definitely an interesting year. I think as we're all learning going into still a little bit of like almost post-COVID, if you will, where some dynamics of how this industry is working is super intriguing. And if you want to hear about all of the dynamics of that, I think Andy and I are somewhat of a good source to keep you update, but like Deacon Show is like where you need to stay on top of it, because if it's concerned with the bass, I'll pay attention. But anything business wise, thank God we have Deacon over here because it goes right over my head. But it's nonetheless, it's been interesting to see the start of 2024 where it's going. But Business from the Bass Boat is your source to keep up on that.
Well, I appreciate that. It's more the guests I think we try and get on there that really have the insight. I just like learning and listening about it. But it's just a weird feeling to me going into 24. I don't know about you guys, but like the last couple of years, it's been like consistent. Everything's rolling on the way up. Like, gosh, tournaments, new leagues popping up, all this and that, new boat companies, boom, 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 boom. And then it's like everyone's kind of like a little confused right now. So, and then, I don't know. I'm not going to sound alarms or anything by any means, but it's just like, I don't know about you. I just feel weird about it all. Uneasy, I guess would be the term that I have.
Yeah.
I'm with that, man.
It's a very unique set of circumstances that not just fishing industry, just the world is going through, like, on an economic standpoint at the moment. And I think we're finally I think 2024 is gonna be a year where we kind of plateau on, like, the recession and kind of flatline for a little bit, and it's gonna slowly ramp up in, like, 2025, 2026. But I think it's gonna take a while for everything to kinda go back somewhat normal. And with inflation and everything, it's probably gonna stay high for quite some time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I literally
no
I have no
idea.
idea. And the same, like, because I think about stuff and I have conversations with people and I'm just like this, and then like someone else is like, man, things are going great. So like that's the part that's uneasy to me, is not like that I'm like super bearish or super bullish on what's going to happen, or like in the fishing industry and anything else in tournaments. Like it's all just like I'm just uneasy about it. And I don't know why. Like there's no point in living life that way, but it's just like, there could be a world war tomorrow. Like it's crazy to me, like where we're at.
Listen,
Yeah.
I feel like, though, we've been living this threshold since, like, 2001, right? Like, in the United
That's
States, so, like, it
I was 4 years old, so I don't think I was.
yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, Deacon was
crazy.
pretty close too.
I
So,
was, let's see, I was
I was
6 years old.
11.
You
Oh, yeah,
old
I was
ass.
6 years old.
Yeah, I know. But, like
He's in middle
like,
school. That's crazy.
current affairs and, like, countries and world civilization, somebody's always at war, somebody's always fighting with each other. It goes all the way
Oh,
back
yeah.
before Christ, like, it's and unfortunately, like, our news doesn't spew good, it spews bad to scare people. So, like, and
Well,
we live
that's
in an
why
age.
they have the Serious Angler Podcast
I was
Network,
gonna
okay?
say,
Because it's good
that's
news.
why
Yeah,
We
we
have
are
fun
here.
here.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
That's right.
You don't
absolutely.
have to worry about
That's
that
right.
crap. Escape it.
Let's
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
fishing.
2024 is the year of positive change. All right. We're a positive influence. And that's what we like to be here on the Serious Angler Podcast Network amongst our 4 different shows that we have. And with that, obviously, this is the first show for Serious Angler for 2024. And obviously, it's not going to be our full blown show. We just wanted to obviously get here, the OG squad, preview what's coming this year. We will have a fun segment later with some guests joining us, which I'll tell you guys is Mr. Alex Rudd and Justin Hamner from the Bassmaster Elite Series. The game just yet, we will not tell you guys. You'll have to stick around for the game show. If you're on MP3, you'll have to wait till Friday. But nonetheless, I think it's good that to do a little, I guess, not meet your host, because there's a lot of people that are like, haven't listened for a while, know who we are, keep up with us. But there's definitely some new listeners, and we can have some fun with this regardless. Not really do a little rapid fire, but have some fun questions between the 3 of us before we segment to our game show for tonight, because there's obviously not a big topic or discussion between the 3 of us tonight. So I figured, why not start the year off right, have some fun, bring some positive vibes.
Are you firing the questions off? And then me and D can
I
have to
will be
rapid
firing some
fire?
questions.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll obviously join in. I'm not gonna like make you guys do everything,
just
but
stand.
we'll
Cue the Jeopardy
well, that's
music.
fun.
Fire it up.
Yeah, there will be Jeopardy coming up. We will have a Jeopardy show coming up on one of these shows. We'll see how good or bad I can do as a Jeopardy host. I don't have high hopes, but we're gonna run with it, and feel free to roast at will over for these. I'll put the asterisk on it and warn people that it might be rough to begin with. We're trying to manage it and organize it best we can. But some of like the organization for the new shows as we get this new format rolling might be a little bit of a rough draft before we can kind of get that final product rolling. But nonetheless,
So I was going to throw in there too, hang with us and let us know if there's anything that you would like that you think would be a good positive change to help it improve. If you see any downfalls of it, or if you don't like something, let us know. So we're open always. Our ears are always open for opinions and ideas.
most definitely. With that, I'll say we put out there people that could leave ratings, reviews, things like that, honest feedback. That we're gonna get some stickers ordered, things like that, send them out to you guys. And the amount of DMs, emails, and some of the reviews that we got were pretty awesome and much appreciated. It was cool to see the support. Don't be afraid to ever reach out to us, even on a whim. Like, it doesn't have to be by request. If you guys got a point about a show, regardless of the show that you listen to, whether it's Lure Lab, Biz from the Bass Boat, Kayak Fishing Weekly, reach out to us, email and all the contact stuff for socials and things like that, or in the show descriptions. But appreciate you guys for doing that. That helps us out big time. But fellas, let's start it off hot here. This is gonna be somewhat fishing related, non-fishing related. And Deacon, seeing as though you're our first guest of the year, we're gonna kick you off first.
Oh gosh.
If what would you choose to be if you were able to choose your last meal ever?
Oh my gosh. Last meal ever.
Yeah.
Oh man. Honestly, last meal ever. Well, I'd want to feel pretty full if it's gonna be my last meal ever. I'm gonna overeat and overindulge. Pretty good.
I want one mozzarella stick, actually.
I'll take one bite of no. Okay, last meal ever. It's probably gonna be some kind of red meat. Like I'm thinking like a steak, but I'm thinking, hear me out here. It's gonna be probably like a high-end Mexican restaurant steak with like a bunch of, so it'll probably be like a flank steak with like, I don't know, probably fajitas or something, but like a really high quality cut of meat on Mexican style stuff. I love Mexican food. So that's going to be probably my last meal. And then I'm a huge ice cream fan. Like if there's only one dessert out there, in my opinion, it should just be ice cream. So I'm going to have some incredible ice cream to go with it. And that's probably going to be, oh gosh, I don't know. I like all kinds of ice cream, but something with some kind of peanut butter mix in some sort.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm all about
Like
peanut butter milkshakes.
Peanut butter or like a peanut butter cup?
Peanut butter cup, yeah. I want there to be chunks, man. It's gonna be bomb.
I dig that. Andy, what do you got? It's gonna be some super bougie with Andy, man.
Oh, not like
he's gonna
not
be like,
too bad,
no,
right? Like,
I want an espresso martini with just 3 beans.
So I do have like if I'm going dessert first, it's probably gonna be like an affogato coffee, which is like gelato with espresso poured over top of it, right? Like
I've never had that. You told me that one time, and I really got to
so
try that now.
Yeah, they basically put the gelato in the cup and then pour, like, I don't know, not extract, but like literally brew the espresso. There's like a special term and I can't think of it right now, into the cup with the gelato, and it like infuses together. Yeah.
You're so bougie, dude. Oh my God.
No, but to be real, like if I'm going out last meal ever, I'm going like straight down like surf and turf, right? Like give me a porterhouse, like perfectly grilled, like medium rare, closer to rare, and then throw like a snow crab or something on top of it from like the Alaska like ocean. Like
from the Alaska.
From the Arctic Ocean. Like I want
from the
blue
Alaska.
crab. Yeah. I want blue crab in a porterhouse, and I'm good.
I'm gonna quote that from you, Andy. From the Alaska.
From the Alaska, the Arctic Ocean. Put that in the list of things that Andy has said.
The Andyisms. That's what we should call it. The Andyisms. Oh my God.
There could be an entire segment and soundboard of Andyisms.
Yeah, honestly, people have been doing like their biggest bass of 2023, and we should have just done the Andyisms of 2023. We should just made a full show.
There were so many. Good. I feel like when we were at Red Crest, I feel like I said some like really outlandish, weird stuff, and I was like, "Oh, that's an Andyism."
Yeah, you speak gibberish
sometimes.
Yeah,
every once in a while.
Well, boys, I'm gonna go the whole other side of the spectrum from you guys. Well, kind of similar to Deacon. It's gonna be Mexican, but like you guys are going top end, balling out. Just give me 2 straight up Moe's loaded stacks on top of each other, loaded in queso, and I'm good. 2 stacks. Like, you guys ever had a Moe's stack before?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I've heard of Moe's. I
freaking love Moe's.
That's like an Eastern thing. It's like I've seen it in the South and I've seen it in the East.
Oh,
I've been there, but it's not a thing out here. Give us a walkthrough for those of us who aren't on the East. Give us what a Moe's stack is.
I was sitting here so hyped for my answer, and I'm just like, wait a second. You pointed that out, and I'm like, our biggest geographical audience is literally from Texas for this show, and they're probably like, dude, I don't know what Moe's is. like, what are you talking about? So a stack. Moe's is a Mexican Southwest grill, kind of like a Chipotle, if you will, but better. Yes, those are fighting words. Challenge me. Oh, here we go.
There
Oh,
you
you
go.
literally pulled it
gosh,
up,
it's like a
Andy.
Get a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's basically like a not
wrap of
fast
awesomeness.
food Crunch Supreme, where
looks
it's like your tortilla
phenomenal.
wrap, cheese, a hard circle tortilla, all your food in there, like chicken, cheese, black olives, mushroom, whatever the heck you want on it, and then another hard tortilla, cheese, and then you wrap the soft tortilla around it. I want 2 of those stacked on top of each other like a hamburger. That would be my last meal.
Stack them on top of like a hamburger and then throw Deacon's like flank steak, top shelf, Mexican sliced steak right in between.
We are getting cursed out for making people hungry when they're probably driving to work right now. They're like, dude, I just had a bowl of Cheerios right now. I absolutely hate you.
Dude, we made French toast for dinner, eggs and sausage. So
breakfast for dinner is the move.
That's what Emery wanted. So we went to the grocery store and picked up like vanilla extract and some cinnamon and some brioche bread, and we went all out with some blueberries, maple syrup. Yeah, it was good.
Dude, you guys go all the time. That's just your standard now. Like that's just what you guys do.
Yeah, I mean, once you have an espresso, like a full blown espresso machine in your kitchen, like you got to step your game up, right?
I guess so. Jeez. All right. If we stay on this food thing, that's all we're going to talk about this show.
Andy's cooking adventures, like.
Yeah, no kidding. Andy can literally start his own cooking podcast. So next one is, if you had one bucket list item to do before you die, what would you guys choose? Because that's a heavy question. I'll kick it off here because obviously I put these questions together. Has some time to decide. Bucket list item. There's a lot of obviously fishing things, but it's very cliche. So I'll make this thing interesting for some people. Is I will love to go see in person a Stanley Cup Game 7 playoff game, like where it goes to overtime, Game 7, like everything's on the line. I would love to just be in that atmosphere. Obviously, preferably if it was the Penguins, but like just be in that atmosphere. I think something would be so electric about something like that. That's my bucket list item. Yeah.
I like it. Dude, now every time there's going to be a Game 7, because you're going to have to wait until there's a Game 7, or for sure a Game 7, you're going to have to buy the ticket because just in case of that happening. So now you may have just bought yourself a ticket to go to every Game 7 potentially for that bucket list to pay off. And in turn, you're going to get to go to watch a bunch of hockey and spend a bunch of money. So I like it.
That's right. I'll probably have 50 grand spent in my life Game 7 tickets that I didn't get to go see because I never went to Game 7. Yeah. What about you, Deacon?
I like it, dude. I like it. Man, there's probably 2 things that come to mind. Of course, they're probably going to be fishing related. I had a good conversation this year out west in California with Kevin Short, longtime Elite Series guy, right, and Bass Cat, and he deals with all their stuff in Japan. And we had a couple of cocktails and just talked everything Japan, and not just for the fishing and the culture around fishing, but just the culture and the cool things he saw there. I'd love to go to Japan. I think that is a bucket list item for me. So I'd like to make it over to Japan. And then I also would really like to chase GTs with a topwater. I've never chased GTs or anything. Honestly, I don't think I've ever, that's not true. I've definitely got fish in the ocean on topwater, but I haven't ever chased GTs. And that's just something to me that's just like such an aggressive fish that would be incredible to watch come exploding out of the water. Those are the 2.
I've seen some videos on that. That's pretty nuts. Hell yeah.
It's wild, dude.
Did you see the
Andy?
recent one? I think I might have spread it around. There's a guy on like a wakeboard, like a stand-up paddleboard that was fishing topwater, and a GT ate it right at the paddleboard and like pulled him
I've
around.
seen that.
Yeah, it was insane. I'm like,
That's
that's
crazy.
just unreal.
Have you seen the one with the motor, the boat, the electric little, like remote control boat that's getting chased around by a GT?
It's
It is
insane.
wild. Just ripping this boat out of the water, just like it's like boosh, boosh. It's so cool.
It's like, what does it think that is? But I mean,
Yeah.
like mine are like outdoorsy fishing related, but they don't have to be fishing related. I kind of want to like eventually travel the world. Like coming out of high school, I had a slight opportunity to go to Argentina and fish like Jurassic Lake, and I ended up backing out because it was really expensive for an 18-year-old. That's one of them, to chase like giant rainbow trout in South America. Another one is I might do this summer. I've always wanted to go to Iceland and try to catch an Atlantic salmon on a fly rod. That's been like my dream since I was like 12 years old, and we're trying to make that happen in August.
Wow.
And then the third one is probably
We're
like
about to. Sorry, go ahead.
is like probably like Asia, like South Korea, Japan, chasing bass. Like, but I'll never fly over there. It's too far of a flight for me. So
We're gonna lose some
You know,
fans with all this fly rod talk, Andy.
it's just I want to catch like a 30-pound Atlantic salmon on a fly rod. Like that's all I wanted. It's all I wanted to do before I became a bass fisherman, was like catch the biggest salmon I could somewhere in the world.
Are those the biggest salmon or something? Or are they?
No, they're just like, this scenery is unreal. Like you're fishing basically in like
Oh,
a cavern from a volcano, and it's a huge like glacial river that cuts through all this like black bedrock. It just looks insane in Iceland.
That's so
So
cool.
I'm
yeah.
surprised you didn't say like for the Bills to win a Super Bowl in your lifetime or something like that.
No, like don't get me wrong. Like I love sports, but it's not my end all be all, right? Like if they lost last night, which they beat Miami, thank goodness, and won the AFC East and got the 2 seed. But if they would have lost, it has no effect on my next day life. So
I wish I could do that. Mine drastically impacts my mood the next day.
yeah, we won't talk about your Eagles right now.
Yeah, let's not
Great.
do that. I will fall into a state of depression if we talk about. I was with my college buddies. We have a group chat still, keep in touch and everything like that. And somebody was talking
cool.
about someone along the lines of like mental health, and I'm like, listen, nobody has worse mental health right now than all of Eagles fans. We are in a deep state of depression with the way the season is going. Yeah. But nonetheless, sports, yeah, you great point though, Andy. It's not the end all be all. So here's the last one before we start wrapping this sucker up for part 1 of today's show and get into our get us some new guests on here. That is, what is your guys' guilty pleasure?
Eating.
Okay, but like, do you have that
eating
one
and
thing?
coffee, like
Eating and coffee.
Like probably
Mine I would say is
way
like
too much coffee through the day. Like there's days I drink like
you
7
drink a
cups of
lot.
coffee. I love coffee. Like, and it's not just to keep me awake. I love the taste of it. Like
I do too.
just like craft beer.
Are you a
Like, I don't
decaf guy
enjoy
too?
drinking. What? Oh yeah, I'll drink decaf. I enjoy it.
Oh yeah, he's got his decaf going on. He's gonna go make one of those. What do you call them? The alfagados or whatever.
Oh,
like,
I'm not making that. So I don't have any gelato, but maybe I'll learn how to
God.
home make gelato and then make one of those and
Hey.
send you pictures.
Guess what I got for my birthday from Kenzie this year?
A gelato maker.
A Ninja Creamy. Have you guys seen those?
Oh yeah.
What
They're
the
like
hell's
ice
that?
cream makers. It's like an ice
Oh,
cream
yeah.
maker, like that sits in your kitchen, and you can you can make healthy ice cream and stuff too with it. So right now I've got like a protein powder, like milk concoction. That's a recipe I found on YouTube. That's going to be incredible. But anyways, you can also make like really good ice cream with it. But it's a Ninja Creamy, and I'm a big ice cream fan, so it's going to be a way that I can feel maybe less guilty about eating ice cream every night.
You're gonna
Like,
use that more than she
Deacon,
will.
you are
too.
the guy, because I am this guy. I will literally pull the
No,
carton
this is
out of the
this is
freezer.
my birthday present,
I-
Bailey.
But are you the guy?
Oh
That
wait,
would when you had the carton of ice cream in the freezer, right? Did you just pull it out
Yeah.
and start eating it with the spoon and then put it back?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, like that's why I
the
don't get
only
quart.
way.
I have to get the quarter or the quart, because if there's a tub of ice cream, if it's like the middle of the day and I'm working from home, I'm gonna go in there at like noon and
He
like
turns the
just
computer
a
off
couple
and
bites.
sits in front of the soapbox and just cries and eats ice cream all day.
That's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Days of our lives.
I thought you said
eating ice cream on the couch at noon.
Oh my gosh. I thought you
No,
said you got
Kenzie
it
got that
for
me.
Kenzie.
No.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
like, but and I'm sure she's thinking that way. She of course is utilizing it, and we've got a bunch of recipes going. But yeah, it was for me because she knows how much I love ice cream.
It is true. That's how
that's a
women give
great
gifts.
guilty
They look
pleasure.
at it as like, can I also use this?
Is there a way? Yeah, like that's exactly right. You know how many times the Chipotle gift card has been utilized for both of us? Every time we go to Chipotle. Like,
Yeah. It's very true. I got you a Chipotle gift card. Hey, by the way, I use all of your Chipotle gift card.
right,
Yes.
exactly. No, it's all
Andy with
good
his
stuff.
coffee though is like he'll probably put that whole like foam heart thing and like have it on the counter. Amanda thinks it's for her. And he's like, no, that's for me.
Whoa!
It's
Yours is over there.
Latte art.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you made some Bass latte art yet? Because
No,
maybe that
dude.
should be your new thing. You could go
Like,
viral by creating Bass latte art.
expletive language. That shit is hard. Like, good luck trying to figure it out. All right. Like, I froth the milk, I dump it in, I'm good to go. Like, Amanda's been dabbling with that latte art, and she did make a heart this morning. She was pumped. It looked great, tasted good. But I'm like, just put it in and let's rock. Like, I don't need all this fancy stuff on top.
Dude, this just drives me nuts when people are doing this stuff, and then like that there's guys that just like, yes, I want my coffee black. Just cut the bullshit.
I'll tell you what, I will drink black
Here.
coffee. I love black coffee.
I'm a black coffee drinker.
Especially
also
your
love sugar.
Timmy Hose.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
I have turned into more of a snob, not a snob, but like I like good black coffee. Like that has been much more of my thing rather than just like a Folgers. Like I'll still will drink Folgers, but like I want it to be, if I can find a good black coffee, that's what I'm drinking.
Yeah,
I
like,
get you.
it's funny. Like, we'll go out. There's a little diner right by our house, and it's absolutely delicious food. And Amanda's like trying to figure out how she can dress it up. I'm just sitting there drinking diner coffee black. I'm like, I love diner coffee, like shit quality coffee black. It's incredible. Like, I just like give me like 17 cups of it. Like, I'm good to go.
And on this week of Coffee Weekly,
Diner
Lord.
coffee black is the, yeah.
Such a strange man, Andy.
I'm
I
very
love it,
strange,
though.
and I accept it.
I really
accept it.
do.
Right. That's right.
Enjoy
Well,
life.
my guilty pleasure is very simple. And that is honest. You guys know Star Crunch?
No,
They're kind of like
what's that?
I think they're under the Little Debbie line, like oatmeal cream pies,
Oh,
Star Crunch.
dude.
I'm gonna look it up
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. I don't know what those
Mine
are.
were always Nutty
You guys-
Bars. Growing up, I could
Nutty
eat
Bar-
a whole box of Nutty Bars.
Oh, I have seen these. I can't say that I've ever had one, dude.
Dude, it'll change your life. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
no.
Kind of like
That's all I'm saying. Just try one. Try one, and then I'll apologize
eat the
because
whole
you'll get
box?
hooked on them.
uh,
Dude,
I
they're
haven't
like
had
the. I have like 10 of them, dude, that I put in my bag every time I go and sit in the tree stand. It was a bad habit at one point, like eating too many of these things that an
dude,
energy
even
drinks,
like
but like
even the oatmeal cream pies are like incredible. Everything, zebra cakes, like Little Debbie's has some banging snacks.
Little Debbie has figured out, and she has had it figured out for a long time. They've been around a long time.
I don't know if you guys listen to the Duck Call Room with the Duck Dynasty boys, but like they are like Little Debbie fanatics, man. Like they literally found out that there's Little Debbie ice cream, and now I'm like on the hunt to find that.
Don't
dude.
tell me this now. Oh god.
All right, hold on. I'm looking up where we can get it. Little Debbie
He's
ice
like on the prowl right now. We're not even gonna get to our second segment here with our guests that are.
Dude,
They
so
sell it
then
at
in front of us
Walmart.
in the queue.
You can pick it up today. Walmart.
Little Debbie ice cream.
Dude.
Oh, they've got oatmeal cream pie ice cream. They've got Star Crunch ice cream, Bailey. They have
Oh,
Star
bro.
Cream, Little Debbie ice cream. They have all their whatever Little Debbie
Yeah.
snaps. They have Nutty Bar ice cream. Oh
Dude,
my
we
god.
gotta try this. All right, that's what we're doing the next episode. We're all gonna get
Everyone
Little
gets a
Debbie
tub.
ice cream, and we're gonna have Little Debbie chats over ice cream.
Little Debbie chats.
I just texted my wife and I said, please put Little Debbie ice cream on the next Walmart order.
Dude, it's only $2.75 a pint.
It's
That
dirt
is some
cheap.
cheap ice cream.
$2.75. Dude, that means it's like definitely horrible.
Horrible.
Oh yeah.
And it's just
Pure
like also
sugar.
just not that good. Oh my gosh. Hey,
All right,
okay,
well-
one last ice cream comment. This is the last one, I promise, Bailey, because ice cream is clearly my guilty pleasure. But if anyone is, I'm probably the level of snobness that Andy is with coffee with ice cream to some extent. Like I want it to be a high fat content, like a really good ice cream. The Haagen-Dazs, first of all, Haagen-Dazs is really good, and I was completely underrated with it my whole life until the last couple of years. But
Great
Haagen-Dazs,
ice cream.
it's phenomenal. But the Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean ice cream, not the vanilla bean. If you like ice cream and like vanilla ice cream, which is like, well, that sounds boring. It's not. It is so good. The vanilla bean Haagen-Dazs ice cream is ridiculous.
Yeah. See,
Dude,
I'm a
I get
big
yelled
Ben
at
and
by my
Jerry's
wife
guy.
for eating vanilla.
Well, because
Well,
there's
tell
vanilla,
her
there's
stop
vanilla
being
bean,
so
and then
vanilla.
there's French vanilla. Like vanilla is not good. French vanilla is okay. Vanilla bean is incredible. I'm with
Vanilla
you.
bean's got that true vanilla dust. So good.
That's
Gosh,
how
you know,
that's
after
how
this,
you know
guys,
somebody's
it's
bougie, man, when they know the different vanillas.
Yeah, and they all have different colors
There
too.
are.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you put them in a
The
cup
vanilla
together, all
bean's
three
got
will have a
that.
slightly different color.
You've got the actual beans in there. Like you see the black and like the yellowish almost, like it's creamy. That stuff's
It's got that.
Rudd
caramel
is in the
good.
queue right now, and he just texted me, said Bluebell oatmeal cream pie ice cream with the emoji.
Listen, that is good stuff. I've had
Listen,
that. That is really good
I'm
stuff.
all about Ben
He said
and
it's
Jerry's.
700 calories for a third of a cup.
Nice.
That's Ben and dude. If you look at the back of a Ben and Jerry's, it's just a bad idea to look at the back of a cup.
Oh, it's
Like you look at
awful.
the back of any of them, it's like this pint is 1,400 calories. You're like, son of a gun.
Straight to the love handles, boys.
Right.
That's right. That's right. Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
All right. Well,
Oh,
we obviously
sorry
have
for
way more of
derailing.
these shows. Well, that's all the show is, Deacon. That's what everybody knows. That's we did that simply for people that were new to the show. So again, if you're new, we derail and do on tangents all the time. So welcome to the show. Welcome
Yeah, I love
to
the Little Debbie
2024.
chat idea. Like we should totally do that one time on a not so
Yo,
serious
we need little
episode.
Debbie's stat on this. This
Yeah.
is all right. New plan for 2024. We got to find the marketing contact for little Debbie.
Yeah, it's right. Though the duck call room's been on it for like a good year and a half right now. And if they're not gonna sponsor America's favorite uncle in Cy Robertson, I don't know if they're gonna sponsor us.
Listen,
right.
it doesn't matter what ice cream it is, as long as they're like little pints and it's good ice cream, we should do it. Like
I think the only thing that
in.
would bother me if I'm listening to a podcast and someone's taking bites of ice cream, I'd be pretty annoyed. Of like,
It would be pretty gross.
Command D, all right. If you got a MacBook, Command D it. You mute yourself every time you take a bite.
There you go. Well, boys,
Good stuff.
it was good catching up here and starting 2024 on a good note. And the show is not over. We're going to segment here, take a short break. We're going to have two guests coming on to join us for a fun little segment that I will call Fish It, Box It, and Trash It. And we're gonna have some fun with our pals Alex Rudd and Justin Hamner. But Deacon, good to get you on here, pal, and looking forward to some business from the basketball episodes to come.
Heck yeah. All right. Well,
folks.
because I don't have the time to say hello to everyone, but Rudd, Hamner, hope you guys had a great new year, and I'm sure we'll catch up soon.
You got it? All right, folks. We'll see you guys in 30.
In the world of battery power, a word to the wise: compromise elsewhere.
All right, and we are back for part two, the second segment of the Serious Angler podcast for 2024. Anyway, we told you guys about the little format change we're doing here, and we're going to have some fun. We have some new guests coming on here as Deacon left us here.
New
he's
for
got some work to
2020,
do.
not new to the show.
No, not new at all. These are recurring guests. They've been on several times, and obviously for good reason. We love them. So let's bring them on here. First, we got Mr. Alex Rudd and our pal, Mr. Justin Hamner. What's going on, boys?
Good.
What's happening?
I'm trying to make a background that's going to be funnier than the background that I have in time to get here and do this with you, but I've failed. But
I love the Land Before Time look. You should just leave that forever.
Oh, no. This is going to be even better. Let me see if I can do this. Oh yeah, it's going to let me do it live. Oh yeah, hold on.
I feel like you need the background to like the movie The Lorax with all the trees behind you.
I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees. For some reason, they're speaking Vietnamese.
I think I'd have to paint my wall to change the background. I don't know how to do all that.
I mean, listen, my podcast is brought to you by X2. This podcast is brought to you by X2. So I turned X2 into the meteor that killed all the dinosaurs. There you go. All right. That's great.
Never-ending power.
Yeah, no kidding.
65 million years ago, lithium hit the Earth in the form of a meteor. Now we're mining it out and turning it into batteries. X2 power. Relentless.
Love it.
There you go.
And there's your ad. That's awesome.
That's good.
Hamner, how you doing, buddy? How's January treating you?
I'm just sitting back enjoying this. I wanted to jump in on that ice cream talk. It's getting serious.
Oh yeah.
You guys got one? Do you guys have that guilty pleasure?
You were on the head with that Little Debbie, especially like Christmas time when you get those little Christmas trees.
Oh my gosh,
Christmas tree brownies. Pretty serious.
Mine's the chocolate cupcakes with the cream in the middle. I literally could eat those things until I puked. I love them so much. Yeah, I love them.
Are you talking
Have you ever had like a bear claw? Like it's not a Little Debbie's, but like the Danish bear claw.
Oh, yeah.
You ever throw that in the microwave for like 15 seconds so it gets warm?
Yeah.
When I was a factory grunt, like in 2011, they had a vending machine. I think I ate every single one of those out of there every week. And on my lunch break, I'd have like my chicken, broccoli, and rice because I was going to the gym every day. And then afterwards, I'd go get me a bear claw and throw it in the microwave.
The thing is you look at the nutrition facts on the back of those
it's
things,
not nutritious at all.
and it's like 900 calories. It's like 118% of your daily intake in sugar, and you're just like sitting there going, "I don't understand why I can't lose weight." It's like, well, one bear claw literally is enough sugar to kill a small horse, but here we are. It's horrible,
but delicious.
What's a calorie?
What's a calorie?
What's a calorie? It's a unit of heat.
It's all a lie.
I can't feel it.
Nope.
You feel it when your belt doesn't fit anymore. That's when you start feeling it.
When you put on those pants after the summer and you're like, wait a second, something don't feel right here.
Oh, listen, like after I started creating content full time, like all I did was wear sweatpants and gym shorts. And like I put a real pair of pants on with like a belt, and I was like, I was like, this isn't good. Like I've been eating way too many Bojangles breakfast. I need to chill out just a little bit.
Oh man,
that's funny. Well, boys, as I preface for the folks watching and listening, is this new segment format for this year, having the second part of the podcast being like a little game show, a little trivia, if you will, things like that. It might be a little rough the first go around, so I apologize ahead of time if I am a bad game show host. Because usually we're all serious on the Serious Angler podcast, but we're bringing a little bit of not so serious to each show because people seem to like that in 2023. So what I have here,
when have you been serious?
Called
ever.
What's that?
When have you been serious?
Ever.
Never.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all been a fake.
Listen, I tell people all the time, there's two podcasts on YouTube sponsored by X2 Power, a good one and a bad one. Mine's the good one, and we're just going to leave everything else up to assumption of which one the bad one is. Go on, Bailey. I'm sorry.
If only this was live. Just get torched in the comments right now.
I cut all of this out. Like it's like there's a long segment where Alex doesn't say anything. It's like, where's Alex at? It's son of a bitch. Cut him out.
I'm just gonna clip that and sponsor that on social media, just so everybody. It's like that's our slogan for this
Yeah.
podcast. There's a good one and there's a bad one. We're the bad one. That's why Justin comes to this show, just to see the dumpster fire firsthand.
Oh yeah. It's because he refuses to come on my podcast. It's not like I don't text him and invite him. It's just because he refuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Scared.
next time I'll have to get you on every time I see you.
Swear to God. I told you too. At iCast, I walked by you, like we saw each other, we talked. I said, I'll invite you on the podcast. No, I actually won't. But then next time I see you, I'll say, hey, I need to invite you on the podcast. I think at this point, I'm gonna plan one and I'm gonna build it up like it is the biggest, like literally it's the ghost of Bob Saget that's gonna be on my podcast, and it's just gonna be Hamner, and we're gonna have a good time and sound like a couple rednecks, and it's gonna be the greatest thing that's ever happened. But yeah,
No, I'm just gonna ghost you. You're gonna think I'm gonna show up.
It's like Justin Hamner, ladies and gentlemen. And I said Justin Hamner. So I love
that X2 powered fireball behind you took me out.
Okay, I'm
awesome.
sorry, man. We keep interrupting you. Go on.
No, you're good. I'm just admiring Justin's backdrop. He always has the best backdrop.
Yeah, you think yours is cool.
Sunflower portrait.
You can't do
I'm
that.
all about that sunflower.
That's beautiful.
Oh wait, there it is.
Yeah.
My wife did
Painted
this,
it yourself.
so brownie points.
I love it. I love it.
There
It's
you go.
beautiful.
Heck yeah. Well, boys, the game
Fits my
we're calling
personality, I feel like.
very, very fruity.
Just a blossom in the wind.
Just a blossom in the wind.
Yeah. Justin likes long walks on the beach.
Just take it how you will.
Holding sunflowers and eating chicken finger subs.
Hamner's complicated and has levels, just like that flower. You pull one petal back, and there's another beautiful petal right below it. It's just he's a complex creature.
Layers.
And it's a little bit brighter. That's funny. All right. The game is called Fish It, Box It, Trash It. So essentially kind of how it goes. There's a different version of the game, but essentially what it is, we get 3 items. One item, you'll fish it, as in that's the best. Box it means you can save it for later. Trash it means you have to get rid of it. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like a this is the best, this is good, this sucks, or you got to get rid of it, if that makes any sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around. I'm going to give you 3 different items. You got to tell me which one you're going to fish, which one you're going to box, which one you're going to trash. So obviously some of these might not make sense from a standpoint of I'm going to fish it, but it just means that's the best one of those 3. Okay. All right. So to kick this thing off, we're going to go around with the 3 of you guys. We're going to start off with Rudd, go with Justin, and then end with Andy. And we'll cycle back through. All right. First one, starting off the new year. So we got to throw this in here. Is New Year's resolutions, BFS, and coffee. Fish it, box it, or trash it. We'll start off, Alex. Which one are you going to fish? Which means which one's the best of those 3?
I guess coffee. I don't even like coffee, though, but I don't like any of those. Like, I'm having a hard
trash
time.
all.
Yeah, I really just want to trash it. I want to trash all 3 of those, just immediately. I'm going. Do I have to put so I guess I have to choose one for each. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I guess fish coffee because coffee. It's coffee. I need to learn how to like coffee. I did try some coffee the other day that I enjoyed actually pretty well. So coffee. Maybe that's something into the new year. I can just broaden my horizons with more coffee.
You just got to come over, Rudd. I'll have Amanda make you a latte, and you'll be
okay. Yeah. See, I like energy drinks that make my eyebrows itch. So that's my problem. Like if we're gonna get caffeinated, I want to freebase caffeine, and that comes in the form of energy drinks. So there's that.
That sounded like a high school interview for Dunkin' Donuts. That's what that just sounded like to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, why do you need a job at Dunkin' Donuts? Good boy, I freebase caffeine. All right.
Rudd runs on taurine and caffeine.
That's right. You give me some of them donuts, holes, and a damn coffee. I'll do anything you want me to do. I'm going to box the BFS thing because I just don't even understand that. I don't understand why you just wouldn't pick up a spinning rod. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. That kind of annoys me. I feel like BFS is the equivalent of I don't even know. Like it's just like this extra thing that we didn't really need that they went, we can charge a lot of money for this when you could just pick up a spinning rod. That's just my opinion.
Do you know where BFS originated?
Probably Japan.
Japan, fishing like 2-inch jerk baits for trout and like micro streams.
Yeah, I'd just pick up like a little, like a ultralight spinning
Spinning
rod. Yeah, ultralight spinning rod and go to work on them because, yeah, why not? And then I am going to trash New Year's resolutions because I believe in non-negotiable habits. And so, like, if you're going to do something in the new year, you'll lose a resolution or forget a resolution, not do a resolution every single time. But if it's a non-negotiable habit, if it's something that becomes part of your daily routine every single day or multiple times a week, whatever the number is, that you set, and that's the thing is don't even set the number, just make it non-negotiable. Because if you do it every day when you wake up as part of your habits, well, then by the end of that 365 days, you'll have done it however many times. And then the next year you can just build another non-negotiable habit, And so I don't believe in resolutions. I believe in habits.
I dig it. Justin,
Gang,
what
gang.
you got?
I'm definitely going with coffee because that's the only one on here that I see to even have a point of. The rest of them are terrible. But I
wasn't
big
sure
coffee
where
drinker.
to go with BFS.
Dude, BFS is just, to me, is like I'm gonna trash that one just because everything about it annoys me. Like I don't understand it. I have spinning rods. I can throw a little light line. Just stop.
Okay,
Stop
Hamner,
with
I got a
BFS.
question. Is there any pro fishing on the Elite Series that has a BFS rod that has like done anything with it that you know about?
No, I
Okay,
didn't even know what it was for the longest, and everybody's like keeps saying it, and I don't know. I probably should know more about fishing stuff, but
You don't need to
that
know
just,
about it.
yeah, dude, it completely just like okay,
Yeah.
I'm over it. It's about like
then
them
you're
kayakers.
Trash those.
So yeah, I'm going. But coffee, I'm with you, Andy. I got an espresso maker for Christmas.
Oh man.
Oh, it's over.
So is it like an espresso or is it like the legit machine that you got to tamper
Oh, it's
your
legit
own beans?
machine.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Where's your account at when you're dripping your espresso into your cup?
See, I had one that I broke and got really mad that had all the count stuff. I got one that I just turn it on.
Yeah. So like I
It's-
love coffee.
And it gives
If
me
it's
as
in like that
much
25
caffeine as I
second
want.
range, it's perfect.
God.
I like to go
Bougie
about 40.
asses.
40?
Fill it up.
That's pretty strong coffee, man.
And there's just like, good morning. How y'all doing?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how you can fish that jerkbait all day, you know?
Yeah, no kidding.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Thank
So
you.
you're boxing New Year's resolutions then, right there.
Oh yeah, forgot all about that one. I'm pretty much right on that. Like, dude, you got to make habits. If New Year's resolution is somewhere you want to start forming habits, okay, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to go start working out at the gym to just make a habit, stick with it. Both of those
The only
annoy me if you
thing-
can't tell.
Yeah. The only thing good about New Year's resolutions is the memes that come out on social about New Year's resolutions. That is the only thing that's good. That
Signs
comes
up
from
for
it.
a gym membership for a year, goes one day and pays $400 for a gym membership yearly. Fantastic.
Yep, exactly.
I wouldn't even make that one day.
That's funny. All right, Andy, you're up.
Obviously coffee is fish it. Boxes is going to be BFS. I do own one and I used it for like 5 casts and put it down and I'm like, it's kind of weird and I backlash it all the time. And trash is resolution. I'm the same way. Like, I don't believe in saying you're going to do something is going to change anything that you do. Like, you actually have to put it down and do it and make it a habit. So if you want to change, you better start walking or moving, because you say you're going to do something, you go and sit back on the couch, your resolution's already fried. So
I dig it. All right. Next one. A little bit more hard hitting here, especially for you Southern boys. All right. We got football, Forward-facing sonar, and sweet tea.
Mm.
You got a trash one, fish one, box one.
So
That was uncalled for.
that was uncalled for. This is a
I was
conundrum.
already mad, and then you threw sweet tea at the
Right.
end. It's like,
Listen, I'm the non-Southern here.
What?
Can I go first?
Yeah, let it rip, Andy.
All right.
Go
Fishing,
on.
I'm keeping that sweet tea because I love me a good sweet tea. I'm going to box forward-facing sonar, and I'm going to trash football because it causes way too much stress. So football can go away, and I'm going to drink a ton of sweet tea, probably get diabetes, and I'm going to throw forward-facing sonar in the box.
Gotta get the diabetes. Damn. He really did hammer. I mean, he really screwed us up with this one. Like he really did. I mean, this is uncalled for.
point.
It's uncalled for.
ready to trash this game after.
Yeah. We're gonna throw this stupid ass game in the trash is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, no, I got it. We gonna fish sweet tea because sweet tea, and not just any sweet tea, my nanny's sweet tea, because she literally puts enough sugar in that sweet tea that it hurts your teeth when you drink it. It is the greatest diabetes-inducing thing you'll ever drink. It is
And
so.
cavity announcer.
Hamner, you know that sweet tea I'm talking about? It's almost thick. It's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh,
That's
it's
it.
so good.
It is so good. Like it is.
It's like
There-
caramel.
My favorite is there's a local place, Taco Casa. If you're ever in Tuscaloosa, just go there to get the sweet tea. They
Yeah.
actually use like sugar and syrup.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
oh it,
that's sweet
Next
nectar of the
level.
gods right there, son.
yes,
Sweet
it
nectar
is.
of the gods. This one's hard. I mean, I guess box forward facing sonar because I'm just still not good with it yet. I did actually take a big step in my forward facing sonar journey the other day, catching some fish. Like
And turned it on.
exactly. I actually figured out what something looks like. Turned it the right direction. I had it completely upside down.
There you go. Wow.
No, but like I seriously, I went and found fish and put the Mega Live on them and saw them and cast it to them and caught them. And I was like, oh my God, that's what that looks like. Like that's not a carp. That's not a gar. That's not a pile of crappie. That was smallmouth sitting on the bottom. And so that made a big leap for me, but still going to box it because I'm still not there with it yet. And I'm going to trash college football because
No more Rocky Top.
Who's watching this national championship right now? Roll Tide is all I got to say. Get in the playoff. And I mean, this is just, I mean, what happened to Alabama? I was sad. Okay. I mean, I am a Vols fan through and through. I bleed orange if you cut me, but I was cheering for Alabama and they fell apart. And Georgia should have been in the playoffs and they would be playing whoever right now. They didn't play. But yeah, this national championship is just, I ain't got nothing for it. I ain't got nothing for it. Only thing good ever come out of Michigan, smallmouth fishing. Only thing good ever come out of Washington, nothing. All right, I
They
rest
got
my
good smallmouth fishing in Washington as well.
Yeah, but who wants to go to Washington? Nobody.
Yeah, it's true.
Nobody.
I've never once had somebody look at me and go, Alex, I would love to go to Washington. Never in my life. Now,
You might see squash.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I'm looking at him right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got him right here. I'm always afraid that I'm going to be out in the woods and some squatch is going to see me and be like, look at that pretty lady right there. And there's going to be nothing I can do about it. It terrifies me. Anyway, Hamner, go on.
I feel like you're more of a juvenile squad. You'll be all right.
Yeah, maybe this will leave me alone.
Come here.
Come here, boy. I feel like Bailey, you like pretty much just did this straight towards me, like three of my favorite things in life. That was
I had to make it painful.
rude. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I've kind of made a living off of Panoptics, so I like it a lot. But sweet tea was in my life way before Four Paces Sonar, and it's gonna be here a long time
Sweet tea
after.
for the win.
I mean, I'm sipping on it right now. Yeah,
They may
gotta
be
go
able to
sweet
ban
tea.
forward facing, but they ain't never going to ban sweet tea. The South
Never.
Horizon.
The day they ban sweet tea, I'm done. Quit. Take a swig on that.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Roll
man.
Tide.
Yeah, Roll Tide. And yeah,
Roll.
I mean, the football thing is, yeah, it was a little frustrating last week. That was we ain't gonna go there. But yeah, we can trash it. Still need my
Trash
forward-facing
football.
sonar. Yeah, I'm gonna box
All
it,
right,
but
I got-
leave that box like open where I can access it pretty quick.
yeah, close
Only
second.
box
All
when
right.
the boat goes in the garage at night.
Yeah, that's right.
So I
All
just
right.
got my new boat, and I haven't got all my electronics in. Well, my graph for the forward-facing sonar came in first. So we had a tournament Saturday. It came in Friday at like 6:00. Me and my buddy threw it on there, just like drilled a couple holes in the front and slapped it on there. Just like ran a little wire just to a battery, like in the front box. Went and fished tournament on Saturday.
That's
It was
awesome.
perfect.
That's awesome.
Did you win?
Yeah, it was actually 2 tournaments. We won both of them.
Nice. Gang, gang.
It was pretty good.
X.
Broke it in right.
That's right.
That's right. Dang. All right. So we'll go on a lighter note here. Podcasts, radio/music, or phone calls. Like especially when we're thinking like when you're driving here. Rod, you go first.
Oh, I'm gonna fish podcasts, dude. I listen. So I got my Spotify, whatever, rewind or whatever. I listened to, it was something stupid, like 9,800 minutes of podcast or something last year. Like I was in like the top 1%. Now I drove a lot, so I listened to a lot, and audiobooks are the same way. Like audiobooks and podcasts, I listen to them all the time because like if I'm going to spend a lot of time either by myself or driving, I want to try to be learning something. You know what I mean? Like acquire some sort of knowledge. I'm gonna
How to play the
box.
violin.
Yeah, when next time I'm down in Georgia, I heard the devil's down there waiting for me, so I need to get kind of really fresh up on the fiddle just in case he wants to steal my soul. Because I do want that fiddle made of gold. I'm gonna box. What was the choices? Podcast, radio, and then what was the last one? Phone. Okay, yeah.
Phone calls.
I'm gonna box the radio and music. I do listen to an immense amount of music too, but it's definitely secondary to my podcast consumption. And then I'm gonna just trash phone calls because I talk on the phone too much as is. Like getting in the truck and talking on the phone is where I get a lot of my business done because it's either back and forth to the lake or wherever I'm going. Because like when I'm fishing, I don't really like to talk on the phone a whole lot. But I really don't like talking on the phone a tremendous amount. I say that, but I do talk on the phone a lot. But I don't know. I'm just gonna trash that one because the other two are better. Okay,
I get you. All right, Justin.
Yeah, got to go with. We're going to fish podcast. I like other podcasts. This one's okay. No, I listen to podcasts a lot when I'm like practicing, got my headphones in. So yeah, I'm going with podcast. I think I'm going to box phone calls because simply I just don't listen to the radio hardly ever anymore. I don't know. Whenever I'm on the road, these long trips, I ain't about to start scanning through every different town I go through trying to find a radio station. Yeah. So
you don't listen to like music or anything either, like Spotify or Apple Music?
Dude, I just listen to podcasts, and actually when I'm driving, I don't know if I should say this, I just watch Netflix. Roll with it.
Well, no, what
I'll
happened?
roll through a whole series going up to New York.
You roll through stop signs and stoplights too while you're doing that. You roll through a school zone. I mean, hell, it don't matter.
Whatever happens, happens.
What happened to Hamner?
It's more of just like you got it up there on the dash, like you got it in your mouth. You're not watching it. You're just driving, listen to it, and you just kind of glance over to catch up on who's talking.
I like it.
I'm really good at it. Just don't drive anywhere near me.
Just don't drive near me.
Hamner's wanted in 5 states for traffic violations. He's not anymore. He's worried like this year they got to go to Minnesota or something. He's like, I can't go. Like he's like, why? Because I blew through about 42 stop signs last time I was there.
2 kids in the school zone.
When I finished Yellowstone,
it was only one, Andy. It was only one kid.
Remember that deer? It was actually a kid.
I might have hit somebody, but we finished Yellowstone. Season 5 was great.
So good.
Oh man!
All right, Andy, what do you got?
So, like, I don't leave Buffalo all too much. So like I'm usually on the phone whenever I am driving. So I'm gonna fish the phone calls because I enjoy talking. B is gonna be like podcasts, like, but it's gonna be more dash like talk radio because I listen to like all the sports banter a lot more than like podcasts. And then music. Not when I'm in the car, I can't stand listening to music unless I'm exhausted and there's nothing else going on. Then I turn it all the way up and sing Red Solo Cup with Bailey on the way home from fishing.
Nice.
You should try Netflix.
I should.
Hamner has watched Tiger King front to back 7 times.
I'm more of a The Crown kind of guy.
Okay,
Can't tell.
excuse me. Yeah.
No way.
It's Diana, I get that. Yeah.
See, it's hard enough to get Andy to pay attention in the first place, but you put Netflix into driving, and I don't know if he lasts a good 15 minutes of Netflix and driving.
You heard of
Just don't try
Netflix?
this
and
at
chill,
home.
I'm ready for Netflix and driving.
Yeah, kids, don't do that. Serious
All
angler
this-
does
all
not
this
endorse
was
driving with
hypothetical.
Netflix. Yeah,
Just Justin Hamner.
that's right.
Oh, that's good.
All right, next one. We're let's do. We got the Bassmaster Classic, country music, or cookies.
Who's going
Andy,
first?
you go first.
Andy, yeah.
So classic cookies, and what was the last one?
Country music.
All right, I'm gonna trash country music because I grew up on it, and I trashed music before, so I'm gonna trash country music. I am going to box the cookies because they usually come in a box anyways, and who doesn't like a sweet treat full of sugar every once in a while? And then Bassmaster Classic, I'm gonna fish it if I can one day, maybe.
Hell yeah, you're going fish.
Yeah,
Justin?
hell yeah. Get it.
Maybe in my next life.
Yeah,
Too
Justin.
busy guiding.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna fish the Bassmaster Classic. Looking forward to Grand Lake. Let's
Okay.
go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I hate to copy you, but I don't
okay.
care about music enough. So let's trash country music, and I'm not giving up cookies. What's the best cookie? What's y'all's favorite?
Ooh, that's tough.
Just a classic chocolate
I don't
chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm like, if I have to store buy it, I'm like a peanut butter guy. But if it's like
Mm.
homemade is like a snickerdoodle
Oh.
or like the Hershey Kiss on top of a peanut butter cookie. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sleep on 2 peanut butter cookies with Cool Whip in the middle.
Now, if
After
we're
you
gonna go,
warmed up
you
with the peanut butter cookie.
know how we had the ice cream chat in the beginning before we cut and came
Oh,
to
yeah.
here. Now you can get the Nestle Toll House cookie ice cream sandwich, and that thing is like that's prime right there. Chocolate
What's
chip,
this?
vanilla ice cream
Decent.
smacked in the middle. Yeah.
There's this joint around here called Litton's, and they do like hamburgers and stuff, but they've also got like a whole bakery like that they do. And they bake these, they call them
Grease
chocolate
and
brown.
yeast.
What? I heard greasy knees is all I heard. I don't know what you said, but I heard greasy.
I said grease and yeast.
Yes, grease and yeast. That's all it is.
Greasy knees.
Yeah, I thought he said
I
greasy
found that
knees.
at a place in Louisiana we ain't gonna talk about.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had grease and yeast when I worked at the hospital. It was nasty. Anyway, God, that's terrible.
Bailey's down.
I can still remember the smell of when I worked there.
What was
Anyway,
her name?
it was a bunch of them. It was more than one. I saw enough hoo-haws and ding-dongs, bro, when I worked at that hospital for a lifetime. And they were all old, gray, and it was horrible. And like you would walk into the rooms and they would like be naked from the waist down and just be like, "Oh, evening, how you doing?" And I'm like, cover yourself up. Like, what is that? It's like,
Come here, little boy.
I mean, it's like, it was terrible. I'll never forget, little side note, tangent here, when I worked at the hospital, this guy was training me and he was like, he quit like 2 weeks into training me, like literally quit his job. We walk into this one room. I know, dude, it was terrible. Imagine me at 18 working in a hospital, trying to like, that was me, like trying to save people's lives. So you can only imagine. But I walk into this one room and this lady looks directly at the guy that's training me and goes, You want to saddle me up, cowboy? I literally sat down in the floor laughing so hard. I was crying. I had to go out of the room and just like stand in the hallway and just hee-haw cry. It was the greatest thing. I'll never forget it. But she looked that guy dead in the eye and goes, "You want to saddle me up, cowboy?" And I was like, holy cow. Anyway, what was I talking about?
So did you saddle her up or what?
Shit, he may have saddled her up. I avoided that thing at all costs. You could smell her. That thing give you something you'd never get rid of. But anyway, so these cookies at this place called Litton's, they're brownie cookies, and they use like half brownie batter and half cookie batter. And so like they're solid like a cookie on the outside, but when you bite into it, it's soft like a brownie.
Yes. Nothing
Y'all.
like a good soft baked chocolate chip cookie.
Ugh, so good. It's ridiculous. Hamner, did you do your last one? What'd you trash?
Oh, I did it before you. Oh yeah, I
Trash
trashed
music.
country music.
Okay. My first one.
Don't copy me.
I
Be a
won't.
trendsetter.
I'm going to. I'm gonna fish cookies because I love cookies. I love chocolate chip cookies. I'm gonna box the classic because I can eat my cookies while I'm watching Hamner win the classic, and I'll be half mouthful of cookie when he gets the trophy, and I'll go, "Meh!" And then that'll be great. And then I'm gonna trash whatever the last one was. What was the last one? Country music.
Country music.
Yeah, dude, I was just watching the college game day for the national championship, and there was some modern country artist on there. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. He had like dancers with him. It was like rapping, and they called it country. It was terrible.
Morgan Wallen?
No, he's horrible too. I don't like him either. I don't like any modern country music. It's terrible. And that's all Bethany. Bethany loves Morgan Wallen. I over here, I just want to.
Just give me some Garth Brooks, and I'm in.
There you go.
That's the thing. Old country, I'm down. And like some of this new, like not like I don't know, not popular country like Zach Bryan and like Sturgill Simpson. Those dudes, like Sturgill Simpson is like psychedelic country. Oh hell yeah, I'm down. But this crap with Morgan Wallen and all these dudes, no thank you.
I don't even know what the hell psychedelic country is.
Oh, I need to send you some. It's great.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's so good. Just pull up Sturgill
Okay.
Simpson. Like he's the man, dude. He's awesome.
All right, I will.
Yeah.
All right. So was that all you guys? Y'all three went, right? I think so. All right. Next one is mac and cheese, spinner baits, and cheap gas.
Son.
Rudd, you go
That's
first for this one.
tough.
Bro, I'm gonna fish cheap gas all day long, son. All day long. I get tired of filling up that damn truck in that boat. All right. I mean, hell, I went to the gas station the other day, and when a boat can hold 40 gallons of gas, it's expensive. And when the old truck can hold 25 gallons of gas, at 65 gallons of gas, it's expensive. I don't like it. So I'm gonna fish cheap gas all day long. I cannot wait for some mean tweets and $1.85 gas again. I'm gonna box a spinner bait. Because I got to have the spinnerbait close to me at all times because you never know when that's going to fire off. And when it does, I'm like a crack-out praying mantis just waiting for that bite to happen. I'm all about it. And then what was the last one? That's one I'm going to trash.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, just trash mac and cheese. I've had great mac and cheese. I've had horrible mac and cheese. And so you got to trash it until you find the good one. And then we'll get it back out of the trash like a panda, like a little trash panda, like a little raccoon, and just consume that trash mac and cheese.
My heart hurts. Justin, what you got?
What kind of mac and cheese are we talking about?
I mean, it could be.
We're talking about like
Guys,
homemade, like grandma.
It could be your grandma's.
Like the little.
It could be whatever your heart desires. It could be anything. It could be your grandma's.
Yeah,
mac
we're
and
gonna
cheese.
fish cheap gas because, like, especially up where y'all at when it was like $6 for diesel. That was killing me. Let's go cheap gas. Gonna fish that, and then I gotta go mac and cheese. We're gonna box mac and cheese, and then don't get mad at me, Rudd. But yeah, we trashing that spinnerbait.
That's fine. You're like a crack out. You're like a crack out of praying minutes on that forward facing sonar. I've seen him up there.
Yeah,
You know, yeah.
like. But who throws a spinnerbait anymore? So chatterbait, you get more bites. There's some river fishermen right now just like cussing me out.
Win an Elite Series this event this year on a spinnerbait. I'm going to be like, "Ha, eating your damn words now, aren't you?"
Hey, I don't care.
That's right. As long as you win one.
Yep.
What before we go with Andy, what is your guys's what would be cheap gas to you guys? Being that Andy and I are both in New York. We don't know what that's like.
Under like
Under
$2.
what?
Like
$2?
$1.50.
Under $2.
I remember like $1.50, like during when like Trump was president. Not to bring in politics, but it's just the truth. Is when Trump was president, there was a gas station right here had gas for $1.50.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we.
Andy,
we
have
were
we
like
ever
in
been
the
under
170s, I think.
Yeah, so when COVID first hit, you could go down to the local Indian reservation, which is like 45 minutes south of where we live, and they had gas for like 89 cents.
What?
It was incredible. Yeah,
How?
for like 2 weeks. Like because nobody was traveling. So they just cut all the prices out, and I went down there and filled up the truck, drove back, went down, filled up my wife's car, drove back like 3 times in a week. It was awesome. It's like it's costing me like $15 to fill my car. This is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but like I guess we're pretty lucky that we have 2 Indian reservations here that are usually like 50 to 60 cents less than a traditional gas station. I just would never put it in my boat. So truck fine, but boat maybe not.
Maybe that's why your truck now always runs like crap. This could be the.
Because I'm always
the
down
answer.
there guiding. So
Putting that
like,
high octane in that boat of his. Gets a couple extra miles an hour.
It ain't E89
All right,
or
Andy.
whatever. It's like E27.
Yeah, he fired. It's like a damn Formula One car. Oh God.
it's tough. Like I don't want to be the same, so I'm gonna box cheap gas because we don't have cheap gas in New York anywhere. But if I was traveling down south, I'd hope to find some cheap gas. I'm gonna fish a spinnerbait because I almost throw it more than a chatterbait now because everyone throws a chatterbait, and I'm gonna trash mac and cheese because it's on every meal wherever you go. Pretty much, I love me a good mac and cheese, but it's just everyone has mac and cheese unless you start getting like real fancy with it. Then I'm in. But yeah.
And
All
low
right.
key Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese.
It's
It's good.
Yeah, it's
good.
Yeah.
Play and Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Dude, there's a barbecue joint around here that does pimento cheese and bacon mac and cheese.
Oh, that sounds like a gut bomb.
Bro, listen, it does. It sets hard.
I just
You
hate
don't
pimento cheese.
It sits hard and you don't shit for 3 weeks, but man, it's good. Like it's so good.
Is it normal
All
not
right.
to?
Yes. Yeah. You might want to check that.
I think any mac and cheese will make you hold it for about 3 weeks before it comes out, depending on how much you eat. So,
All right, we got
that's where
2
you gotta
more.
drink
2
coffee.
more.
Help slide it out in the morning.
Good Lord.
We're
I'm
getting in a
so
different
good. All
topic.
right. Yeah, please. All right, we got 2 more. We'll run through these. We have Senkos, jerk baits, jigs.
Mm. Who's going
Justin,
first?
you start us off.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna fish jerkbait.
Mhm.
That was hard. Just the best lure ever made. Ooh, what is it? Cinco's and what?
And jigs.
Yeah, we're gonna box jigs. Jig is just too diverse. You can do so much with it. Yeah, we're definitely trashing Cinco's. I ain't that patient. I gotta be doing something.
No bueno
I
there,
can swim a jig. Yeah, I can't sit there and let a Cinco fall. Let's get a big weight on it.
Andy?
Yeah, I'm gonna fish a jig, box a Senko, and I'm gonna trash the jerkbait just because I'm only throw a jerkbait for like 2 weeks a year. So
You live up
Sacrilege.
north with smallmouth?
yeah,
What's wrong with you?
I spend 90% of my time in like 40 to 60 foot of water, so it's kind of hard to throw.
They'll come
jerkbait
up and eat
there.
it. They don't care.
He said they'll come up.
It probably would.
They will. It's so good.
Gosh.
He said it's so
All right,
good.
Andy.
Andy. I don't know who.
Yeah,
Right.
Rod.
Alex.
Bud. Yeah,
along
it's
there.
all right. I want to know if y'all's mothers do this. My mom will call me every name except for my name. She's like Andy, Bailey, Justin, Rob, Bob. I mean, she called me by the dead dog's name one time. She's like Chico. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you, woman? I was like, I need to get you checked. She does it to me all the time. Anyway, I'm
I feel like
official-
that was intentional.
probably, yeah. She's like, you little shit.
She was just calling you a dog. That's all.
She probably was. I'm gonna fish a jerk bait. I love a jerk bait. I love a jerk bait bite. I love everything about a jerk bait. I mean, it's just I love a good jerk bait bite. It's so good.
Oh, it's fun. I love a jerk bait bite too, but I just
Shut
don't
up, you
throw 'em out.
trashed it.
Yeah, you sit there.
Shut up, you trash.
I'm gonna box a jig just because I mean exactly what Hamner said, the diversity of it. I mean, you swim it, hop it, drag it, whatever you want to do with it. And then I'm gonna trash a Cinco because I mean, dude, I've caught so many freaking fish on a weightless wacky rig. But I mean, in comparison, if I had my rathers, I'd much rather catch them on a jerkbait or a jig than I would having to throw that thing in there and wait for the line to go tick and start swimming sideways. So,
Fair enough.
amen, hallelujah.
Fair enough. All right. Last one. We'll make it easy. To cap this sucker off, and it is largemouth, smallmouth, or spotted bass.
That's easy.
All right, Rod,
Is
you
it?
start.
God, oh yeah. Listen, spotted bass, I'm fishing them all day long. It's my favorite thing in the whole entire world. Them damn invasive Alabama spots, they're killing every smallmouth in Tennessee. So I better get used to fishing for them damn things. Oh, I better be fishing
They're
for 'em.
mean.
God, dude, they're so mean. I love it. They just eat hard. They eat everything the right way. Like that's my favorite thing about a spot is they just eat everything the right way. I'm gonna box the smallmouth because it is the glorious second. Now, I hate to say I'm gonna trash the largemouth because let me tell you something about Alex Rudd. It does not matter where I go in the country. I could literally be on a smallmouth only lake in northern Michigan, and somehow I will find the one greenfish living in that place, and I will catch it. Like I have caught largemouth bass out of lakes that Ben swore that he was like, dude, I had no idea there were largemouth in here, and I'll catch the largemouth. So I love a big green headed, just gnarly one, but just spots and smallmouth. And now that I've found some spots that are like, I mean, obviously I almost caught the state record a little while ago. I found a spot that's got 6+ pound spots in it. Bro, I'm jonesing for that crap again. Like,
Yeah,
I like the sound
pretty
effect.
good. Man, that spotted bass is tough.
Mm.
But like now that I've kind of figured out a little bit more about the smallmouth, I think I got to fish smallmouth. I love dumb fish, and smallmouth are the dumbest fish.
They're getting smarter.
Like,
unfortunately.
yeah, but you just drive further until you find the dumb ones.
Fair.
He
When
found
they're
the
dumb-
foreign smallmouth.
Yeah, like that's my new concept of smallmouth fishing. Find the dumbest ones you can. Wherever
There
it
you go.
is, just go.
Mhm.
I like dumb smallmouth, and they're fun to catch. So
Mhm.
we're gonna fish smallmouth. Yeah, we're gonna box spotted bass because they're so fun when they bite.
So much.
It's just stupid. A topwater 5 pound spotted bass eating a topwater, you can't
Ugh.
beat it. It's silly.
Dude, I
Yeah.
caught that 6.5 on a buzz bait. Just imagine that.
Oh my
Just-
gosh!
Oh, yeah.
Like
It's
a
just like a
napalm
center
going
block
off.
just like drops in
Oh.
the water,
Yes.
and they
it's
don't
exact-
ever stop fighting either.
No,
Oh,
they
they're so
don't.
fun. And we're definitely trashing largemouth because I hate them. They're too finicky. Yeah, they're just
And I hate them.
they can suck.
That's funny. All right, Andy, cap us off.
Well, I'm gonna fish smallmouth because that's what I fish for like 140 days a year. It seems like I'm gonna box largemouth and I'm gonna trash spots because I've never fished for them. So
Change a
we're
lot.
just- once I get down there and fish for one, I'm sure that will change. But yeah,
That requires you leaving Buffalo
I
once or
know
twice.
it's tough to leave the family.
Bring the family with you.
We've tried that.
Yeah.
I got on some
All right,
spotted bass
boys.
live baiting recently. That is life changing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Say
You wanna
spotted
talk
bass
about-
live bait?
Glide.
Glide.
Oh, glide. I said live bait.
Dude,
was like, oh.
they come unglued on a glide bait like I've never seen. The only thing it comes unglued that hard on a glide bait is a muskie. That's the only other fish I've seen hit something that hard.
They
Like
push it like 7 foot of slack in the line when they hit
oh,
it.
oh, I've had them literally hit one so hard and come out of the water with a 9-inch glide bait in their mouth. It's just
I was just about to say that.
yeah.
It looked like it was like a foot down, and it hit it so hard the fish came out of the water with my glide bait. I'm like, it's like 5 pound spot.
Yep.
Oh, it's stupid.
It's awesome.
Sheesh. Good
Love 'em.
Lord.
I might need to change mine. Spots are pretty fun.
I'm telling you.
Well, boys, appreciate you guys rolling through the hits here for our first edition of the new format for Serious Angler here in 2024. Hopefully, you guys had some fun. Hopefully, people enjoyed the little twist here. Definitely a rough draft, like we were talking about earlier. But do you guys
Dude,
have
was it
anything?
that bad? Dang.
What?
Was
I was
it
talking
that
about you
bad?
guys.
I'm
Hopefully,
sorry.
you guys were enjoying it.
I said I
Definitely
enjoyed
a rough draft.
is what I said.
Justin's like,
Rough
leave all the
drafts
southern
from-
questions out here and we're good.
Yeah, no kidding.
That
That
Yeah,
one
listen, I'm
with
a
the
hard
whole sweet
Sweet
tea
tea.
football and
Yeah,
forward
facing
facing sonar.
sonar.
That was
that's too much.
It's
That hurt my
targeting right there. That's a 15-yard penalty and an ejection.
That's right.
That's what we're going
helmet
for.
to
right?
helmet on that one.
Crown of the
well,
old
well,
head.
saying
Leading with the crown.
the rough draft is on me, not you guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you as always being willing to come on the show on a drop of a hat. So I appreciate it. Is there anything the folks should know before we wrap this sucker off and get you guys out of here? Justin, you got anything the folks need to know about?
Yeah, we're about to start fishing tournaments here soon, so just watch.
Just watch.
Greatest promotion I've ever heard.
Dude, I'm so overdoing the whole like promotional videos. Like,
Just watch.
it's killing me.
Just watch.
I'm with you with the X2 power, just coming in killing the dinosaurs. That is awesome.
I won't lie.
Hey,
I
y'all just
probably
watch
stared
me.
at that for like 30 or 40 minutes. Like I'm just like, that's so funny.
See, all I've been doing is just waiting for Alex to turn hard enough where his beard disappears. And it won't do it.
No, it worked.
Yeah.
Dude, if I listen, Hamner, if it makes you feel any better, buddy, I literally when you guys are fishing, I don't watch it. I can't. It bores me. But I do get on there and I scroll and I see where you're at and I go, okay, good. And then I'll get back on there a little while later and I'll scroll and I'll see where you're at and I'm like, okay, good. And there's a few people I check up on and you're one, so I'll be watching. Yeah, win
I
one this year.
appreciate it.
You got it.
one.
It's right here. Biggest fan, bro. Biggest fan. Oh,
Well,
Hey,
fellas,
if you do win,
appreciate
you're
you
definitely
both.
not invited on his podcast.
oh, 100% not.
I
No.
wouldn't come. I'd be too big time then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Text message. Hey, you want to come on the podcast? You know, all these damn times. Oh, I ain't coming on now. It's like I want a damn Elite Series event. I got a blue trophy. You can kiss my ass. What you can do?
Oh gosh, Alex, you got anything, buddy?
Yeah, I got a bunch of videos coming out. I got some trout fishing stuff coming out, so that'll be fun. 24 is shaping up to be a good year. I think we're not done yet. Like normally I'm done. I have everything done in like November, December, all contracts signed. But I got a phone call tomorrow with a potential partner. I got some stuff on the horizon. I'm really excited about to share with you guys. I'm about to jump on a live stream right now, which this isn't live, so it doesn't matter. I don't know why I said that. That sounds dumb. Yeah, no, you know me. I'm here. I'm doing my thing. I'm always going to be doing my thing and we'll get Hamner on the podcast. Maybe never, maybe one day. I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like we can't at this point. Like it's been too long.
I think maybe. I don't know. We'll just have to see.
My power's
It's
trying
gonna
to go
keep
out.
going on for
Sorry.
years.
I was about to
Hey,
say.
you're getting some nasty storms down there, aren't you?
It's getting rowdy right here right now.
Yeah, we said the weather said 80-mile-per-hour gust at my house, and I was like, dude, that's like hurricane strength winds.
That's
Are
going to
you?
be here tomorrow.
Ugh, I'm not looking forward to it.
And I live
Yeah.
like a stone throw away from the shores of Lake Erie, so I think I'm going to go down there and get some wave footage and hopefully not like get destroyed tomorrow. So
That's awesome. That'll be cool.
There you go. We'll Justin will let you go bear down the hatches. And
Oh yeah,
boys,
we're gonna have to
appreciate you
strap
guys.
this double wide down.
Some anchors are for just
Good
putting
Lord.
things in there. We'll be a quick
Yeah,
break.
let me hammer down in them straps.
Oh God.
Well, boys, we're finally going to cap this thing off here. Appreciate you guys as always. And we'll be talking to you both real soon. All right, peace. Well, Andy, show number 1 is in the books, and definitely a rough draft on my end.
but it was fun.
We're getting used to.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. Hopefully, people are enjoying the new format. If you do, obviously, drop a comment. Reach out to us on social. Let us know what you think. Any improvements, things like that. If you liked the format that we did of the fish it, box it, trash it, I literally just came up with that on a whim the other day. It could suck. If you like, let us know. But we have some more different things we're gonna do. It's not gonna be the same game every single time. Like we'll have Jeopardy and things like that we'll have going forward. But nonetheless, we're gonna keep trying to improve, make the show better for you guys. But Andy, what you got coming up for this weekend?
Ooh, this weekend, I'm hoping to go to the Bills playoff game. Gonna wait probably till Saturday or Sunday morning. We're gonna have a big snowstorm, it looks like, coming through. So that's gonna be interesting. Be on the lookout for the lure lab that's gonna come Saturday morning. But as of now, I'm pretty wide open. Not much guiding until the first week of March. So I'm looking forward to a few days off from fishing, to be honest, to get caught up on like this half renovation I have done here in the office that we're working on. So as you can tell, I got drywall patches over here to my left and a nice new painted wall behind me to my right and center. So yeah.
Heck yeah. Nice, man.
You?
Well,
What do you
I have to literally, as people listen to this, I am in Houston. I fly out tomorrow. Obviously, we're recording this on a Monday. I am flying to Houston for the week. Pretty cool stuff coming from Berkeley. And I'll leave it at that because I'm not allowed to say anything further. But if you guys keep up with Berkeley Pros and Berkeley Page, you'll see what they're announcing this week. And just beyond that, man, I am just ready for to hopefully have life die down a little bit here so we can breathe a little bit and get back to putting out some serious angler podcasts back here on a consistent basis. So sorry that we weren't live this week. Definitely think the second portion of the show you guys you're going to enjoy as an addition. You definitely like the not so serious side of the show. So going forward, be curious to see what you guys think. But folks, appreciate you guys as always. And we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Serious Angler. Peace.